fact that he got to do everything in that sense. He got to be happy and sad and wistful and angry and Sadly, no. I'll leave that to you.
Oh, well, you don't speak good to Rod, you don't know me inside.
He was testing you! He was talking to you!
You're a liar! Oh, I understand that.
Yeah. Well, no, I mean, there's never been any concrete proof that anything like that. Because you think if a room full of strangers and a room full of people, you are erased from Doctor Who, you'd think there'd be more than the one source that reported it. There was one anonymous BBC person who said this happened at a big party in front of everyone. But nobody else came out of the woodwork and said, yes, I was there. You're wrong. Anyway.
I'm sorry. Finish second half. First half. Fine, when I announce your name, all bets are off. They have.
Yeah, no, you told me that.
I got my competition spot. I stupidly volunteer to do all the time. I should stop doing that. I should stop doing that at competitions. Where do you want to go first?
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, the
after 13 doctors he died.
Yeah, so did we.
Did they retract that?
No, it was just... To be fair, they never stated whose regenerations they were.
They gave the master a full
But how do we know that all of those faces weren't Morbius?
My head going like...
Exactly. There's been 11 doctors, but it seems that, there's been 12 regenerations.
That's going to be the colours of playing football and get them from
I think that was counted, yeah.
Why is he making me so big?
It's the best thing about Doctor Who is they change things now along. It's not
I'm relying on that all fixed.
They said that they will be addressing at some point the regeneration limit. Because Russell T Davies kind of pushed it away. I guess Sarah Jane Adventures, he had Matt Smith say, Clyde said, how many times do you do this? 570 or, something ridiculous. He's gone strictly back to that.
13? Does that mean that was the last one then?
So Matt Smith is the last one. That's it, yeah. I mean, it was never arbitrarily going to end because of one line in 7 kilos. But it's decided that it is a plot point that it's easily waived. It turns out that gives him extra lives, or he actually dies and someone goes, "You must go back, Doctor, you must blah blah blah, you must save everyone."
That is essentially the new version. More patient.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I have a bad job. I'm not married. Oh my god,
Maybe the first Doctor will go to the Richard, that poor documentary. This will have some power.
No, that's just all the past.
Maybe there's one who's got some power.
They are not the Doctor.
What about what about the Doctor in Star Trek? He did the new one.
Because they're mental and they're eating
I'd like to see the Doctor from Star Trek Voyager. See the Doctor. I could tell you that.
Start in 2 minutes.
There's the theme tune right there.
We should all regenerate into
version of that. Yeah, I think it's sorry on the
Come to the thing. I'm going to put on a Richard Stanley wig and
Lucky you.
I might say
it's a very basic thing.
I've already
get that out there.
be a dick.
Yeah.
No, initially, boyfriend.
Guys, I told you the force to regenerate. Am I right?
I remember I was watching Doctor coming home. I've already watched Doctor Who at a friend's house.
So in 1974, that's how the police. That was like
When you go on those, have you seen all the dates?
People don't deserve to be here.
I don't. Well about it. I am a bear. I'm a bear.
Did you hear the thing in the end? Fair enough, you never watched well, Ted is good, he's playing so yeah, I guess he went back into the I know, I'm sorry. He had a Doctor Who night in Brighton last night.
10 apparently.
Oh, that's funny. This is the point psychology.
I think he said
That's what I call it with my doctor. I'm leaving him, motherfuckers.
Are you closing on an hour? That was happening.
yeah, I'm losing on an hour.
One of them.
Show again.
There's no
We're in the same room, it's second nature.
The room's small, you can do it online.
It was nice. I'm a bit sort of. I've never. Yeah, I don't really think too much over that.
What are we playing?
John Pertwee, who is the Doctor, like trust the boy beyond the
And then in my
yeah, that is the Doctor Who. The original. We didn't know that. The original, you might say.
You look lovely. Have you got the things?
Play Doctor in Distress. Everyone wants to hear tonight. Very nice remix. Come on. I know the words.
I might just do that. I always say in text. Put this next to the mic. Like, am I right, guys?
Sing along.
We all know it. And then put my face on I feel like I should be on.
I feel like you should be able to.
Get the night up on the right. Credibility.
Yeah, fuck you again.
Be like, oh yeah, I know all about this doctor business. He's that one quiet guy. He's not very excited. He's not doing it.
I just realised another one of my
I wrote a material once about this that's now never been a really good
I didn't see the recent performance, but I've seen both shows. Yeah. They're both really good. I mean, arguably the second one's even better than the first one.
He's very good at getting angry and like kind of.
Hello. For those of you who don't know me, I am Sarah Mann.
Hey!
And he is unfortunately Richard Wright. For anyone who doesn't know why we're actually holding this tonight, it's because Richard and I wanted to have a party to celebrate Doctor Who, but we don't have enough friends. So we thought if we turned it into a gig, then people would come for the comedy and not for our personalities.
I wish she was making it up.
Genuinely the conversation we had after a podcast. We find ourselves funny, that's fine. So for those of you who don't know, I was actually the alternative to Peter Capaldi for the time. No, this is serious. Like, I actually got to like the final two. And why are you still laughing? What's wrong with you? And it turns out, right, it's not just about the Doctor, because I was like, hands down, they were like, Peter Capaldi, he's got a really good beard and moustache going on, but you've just got everything else, Sarah. And basically, what clinches it is the person who plays the companion. And it was a real phone a friend situation. And I phoned my friends and no one was in. So I phoned Richard and he was.
As I always am.
Yeah. So yeah, Peter Capaldi is the next Doctor. So thanks for that, Richard. You feel very good later. I'm going to make Richard reenact the audition scenario for you.
All I'm saying is, strap yourselves in, because that shit was magic. I was just gold. Think the early Billy Piper episodes, how amazing you went, clearly Oscar-winning actress, and then think about me being better than that. Yeah.
So anyway, my personal tragedy aside, We've actually got a pretty stonking night lined up for you. But before we get to that, we actually have the most important aspect. If anyone's ever been to Comic-Con or any of the surrounding activities, you'll know that the most important aspect of any Comic-Con is the fancy dress!
Cosplay. It's not fancy dress. It's more important than that.
I'm a geek, but I'm also an honest geek.
No, I'm happy to delude myself. It matters. Great deal. Okay.
Rich is basically having a go at me, but someone was so committed that we're wearing a 7-foot scarf on stage, so fuck you, Richard.
That is true.
Have we got anyone who's dressed up for tonight? Hey! Could we get you up on stage? Oh, no.
I think she wins.
Right, okay.
Step down.
Come up, you're so hiding.
That's what he said.
That's like... This is so cool.
It's a shockingly bad joke. Sorry.
Right. So this is already wildly exciting. This is 4 more people than I thought we would have. So I'm going to go back along the line. We're going to get to know our contestants a little bit. And then at the end, you guys are going to cheer, and they're going to be competing for the prize of a Bump and Go Cybernaut. Just what every cosplayer wants.
The prize of champions.
The prize of champions. So, what's your name?
Victoria.
Victoria. And would you like to explain for those novices in the room what you've come as?
I've come as the best Doctor Who Tom Baker.
So would you like to talk us briefly through why you have come as dressed as the best Doctor Who Tom Baker and what defines your outfit?
Well, it's the scarf. It's all about the scarf, really. So, yeah, you can, cuddle with it and everything. It's wonderful.
That's beautiful. I think, to be honest, anyone wearing a scarf now should probably go and sit at the back and just cuddle their scarf. That would be beautiful. Right, our next contestant. Hello!
Hello. Hey.
I'm Shane.
Shane, and what have you come dressed as?
I'm the crack.
Just in case anyone is confused, you've come as the crack, not a crack. And would you like to explain for our unwhovians in the audience what the crack is?
Well, it's a lovely crack, actually. It's first of the most recent Doctor's episodes. There was a crack in the walls, a crack in the universe, and everything, including the TARDIS.
Whose crack is it?
No.
It's Amy Bond's crack.
A lot of people in this room will have seen Will's crack, and
I can show you now.
we can all tell you that yours is already better. Contestant number 3, tell us who you are and a bit about who you've come as.
Okay, my name's Sarah and I've come as 11th Doctor Matt Smith.
And can I say, as a fellow Sarah, you're already a good 100 points ahead of everyone. And why did you choose, of all the Doctors, why did you choose Matt Smith?
His bow ties are cool.
And our final contestant, who I'm a little bit in love with. Sorry, Chris. Happy 5-year anniversary, darling. And tell us a bit who you are and what you've come as. And I love you.
I'm Tracy and I've come as the TARDIS.
I'm just going to sit down here so you can fully admire Tracy's TARDIS. Are you pleased? You could have sat in, watched the 50th anniversary build-up. But no, you came here. So tell us a little bit about your costume. It looks like you made it yourself.
Most of it. I bought the dress, but I made it. I sewed it on myself.
That was so cool of you.
The shirt. Oh, I didn't knit the shirt.
And the hat. Do you know wearing the hat?
Oh, you're wearing a hat.
Where's the
So, ladies and gentlemen, you now have the very serious and grave task of picking a winner, which of course is ultimately picking your favourite person, which is fine because the other three, they're at a comedy night about Doctor Who, so we already know that they're special.
The word is winner.
Right, so can we hear it for number 1, Tom Baker? Good response, Tom. Can we hear it for number 2, The Crack? I know there are some people here who don't know anything about Doctor Who. And I can just see them go, I don't understand. Why is the man dressed as a crack funny? He's just somebody turning up in a t-shirt. Can we hear it for number 3, Matt Smith? Right, and can we hear it for number 4, The TARDIS? Can I just say, I'm totally delighted with the TARDIS one.
That's what I'm thinking.
And that's the night over. Thank you very much for coming.
Imagine a crowd.
I'm not getting
Look, I don't know what's going on. I'm just trying to fit in. Okay. Just trying to fit in.
Hello. Funny time now. How are you? Are you alright?
Yeah, a little bit hot. I went off when I suggested that we wore scarves and hats.
Didn't think it through, did you?
Yeah, no. But it's fine because I've been to a lot of comic book conventions and that in my life. And I know that however bad I smell by the end of the evening, I don't smell half as bad as most of the people at the comic book conventions.
I don't know what you're insinuating.
I do, I totally do. I love it. It's a world I love, but it does make me want to like sell soap at it. And deodorant. Like just take some of those guys to the side and maybe just have a little conversation. Especially the ones who follow you around in a sort of adoring fashion because you are dressed as something. So my personal demons aside.
If you've never been and you do fancy a free hug, get it at the start of the day. Not at the end of the day would be my advice.
Yeah. And generally, like, always ask their age. There's something about being in your 30s and being caught hugging a 14-year-old boy which
makes you perfect to work for the BBC. No, it's not that kind of night. It's not that kind of night. It's not. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. They gave us They gave us Doctor Who. We shouldn't laugh. I betrayed myself in that moment. If you don't know me, I really did. I'm ashamed. Right, okay.
And there's a reason that I used to work at the BBC and don't anymore. So obviously you know what you're here for tonight. You are actually here for comedy. I know Rich and I have probably confused you by now. It's not a therapy session. It is comedy. And a lot of people tonight are doing material. God, I'm dying. Are doing material that they have never done before. And will probably never do again. which is a perfect combination for comedians because they love nothing more than standing in front of a group of people who are going, make me laugh, bitch, make me laugh, and they go, I have no idea if this is going to work. This is fun. With that, I bought lots of jelly babies and celery, so if you can eat that and not throw it at the comedians, that would be lovely. No, basically, a lot of people here are trying brand new material, and And there's a wonderful comedian called Catherine Nevada who's got this amazing thing that she says, which is, I really want to do her voice, but I won't. Oh God.
Commit.
So she says that. So she says. Oh, there's nothing like a nice, gentle, kind room. Basically, Katharina says, so, darlings, and so, comedians' jokes, they are like babies, yeah? Yeah, you know what a baby is, yeah? You know. No, this is why I don't want to do the voice. And basically she says, jokes are like babies. I love the people who've never seen her before having a discussion about, does that sound like Katharina? I don't know, does that sound like her? No. In case you're wondering, I usually do character comedy. Not this kind of stuff. Basically, what Katharina says is that a comedian's jokes are like babies. And when a baby gets up and is trying to walk, you go, oh, the baby's walking, well done, baby. And when a baby falls down, you don't go, oh, fucking stupid baby! What you say is, well done, baby, why don't you get up and have a rethink, maybe a rewrite, and try again another day. So that's how I want you to treat comedians on stage tonight. Be nice. Well done, baby. Well done, baby. If you want to say, if saying well done, baby to a comedian. I'll be honest, I didn't think we were running a singles night, but equally, it's not like many people in this room is going to be in a relationship, is it? Which is I don't know. I should never have told Sarah about this. No, I regret this.
Quite happy.
Do you want to say anything?
Do I want to say that? I realised I just stood here eating jelly babies and left you to do the whatever that was. I know a bunch of people out here are fans of admin. Fans of admin. Yeah! I'm not nicking Wes Dalton stuff and all here. Right? Fans of admin. Just a quick thing, because we didn't point out about fire, did we? Yeah, you should
we will be lighting a fire at the back at some point, just to test you all.
Just you know, the fire exits. Technically, that's not true. We exit. The fire stays. The fire exited. We could all stay. But just in case the fire arrives, then there's a door over there. I will be going for it. If you don't, that is not my problem. That is her problem. No, that is your own. Run for your life. Run. See? Brilliant.
And I feel that we should designate a fire warden. I'm going to designate you a fire warden. So in the event of a fire, you have to wait here until everyone else gets out. And if there's any disabled people, I've been told apparently what you do with people in wheelchairs is that you just stay with them for as long as possible. And then when it gets hairy, leave. So if you could do that would be great. Yeah.
That is totally in the spirit of Doctor Who.
Totally in the spirit of Doctor Who. Completely.
It's the problem. I'll stay here. Will you solve it? No. Alright, I'm off now.
So welcome to the Crimson Head. It's like the TARDIS, except it's smaller on the inside than it is on the outside, if you can work that one out. So we are doing 50th anniversary comedy. I apologise already for anything that may be said on this stage. If you don't understand Doctor Who, I say looking at Mia, who's smiling, going, I don't know what's happening. I don't know who Doctor Who is. Why did she stitch question marks on a coat? If you don't know who Doctor Who is, come and see us at the interval and we can mock you. If you do know who Doctor Who is, welcome. That's why I made him a fire warning. He didn't know. It's something to cling on to, some sort of normality. Because fuck knows there's going to be little normality after the next couple of minutes.
I'm going to do all of that.
So, do we
bring on the first act.
Yay!
We're all obviously. We're all excited about tomorrow, obviously. Yeah. One Direction Day. We're all very excited about that. It's the elephant in the room, apart from myself. It's the elephant in the room, you have to mention it. Okay. Yeah. There was energy there, and then it went away because of me. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to welcome a very good friend of mine, a very funny comedian, a man who is as funny as a Doctor Who episode is good. That is the quality of introduction you can expect for the rest of the night, by the way.
He rescued that.
I'd say his name now. It's the only bit I left out. His name, of course, is Ken Smith!
Thank you, that was a bit of undeserved applause there. This is now a bit of a low light, so it's kind of like the build-up to a Children in Need special episode of Doctor Who. And this is the disappointing thing that happens. Well, I'm quite lucky because I'm on first, which means I get to do all the jokes that everyone else is going to do. So if I die, who cares? I'll just regenerate. There you go. But no, this is the first time I've ever done like a proper theme night. I've been doing stand-up comedy for about a year and a half now, and really the only public speaking experience I had before doing that is when I told a flock of pigeons to fuck off. I do apologise, I got a bit torchwood a little bit early in the night there. I'm going to level with you. The rest of it is going to be my normal set, just made to sound slightly Doctor Who-like. So, anyone who's heard these jokes before, just appreciate the craftsmanship of me putting the words Doctor Who into it. Thank you. No, but I did used to love Doctor Who when I was younger. Sylvester McCoy was my doctor when I was younger. And not literally, there you go, another joke that everyone else is going to try and do. No, but and I think the main reason why I loved Sylvester McCoy is because I fell in love with Ace, Sophie Aldrin, and I think it was, you know, all that explosions and stuff like that, and I just absolutely fell madly in love with her. And I think it's really affected me as an adult, because now whenever I see a woman accused of terrorist atrocities, I get a little bit turned on. That might be an ill-advised joke, but it's a very strong, solid Doctor Who reference, and thus this is the place for it. But no, I started doing stand-up because I work in a call centre during the day, living the dream. And I've always, you know, kind of... You're at work and I'm talking to people on the phone and I just think, for fuck's sake. And sometimes when I'm talking to people on the phone, I do actually get people with Doctor Who voices phone up. Now, the Daleks aren't creepy, you know, the people that the voice things. The people who I find creepiest is the old lady sea devils who phone up and they go, hello, I need to pay my gas bill. Again, strong, solid Doctor Who. There's no punchline, but I got to do an impression of a sea devil in front of lots of people, which is pretty much what I did when I was watching Doctor Who in my younger years, in front of my parents, who hated it. I see a lot of people looking and going, they hated it too. My parents hated it, and me, and now I see the comfort of strangers at Doctor Who conventions. I'm just bitter because I couldn't be there today. But no, I work in this call centre, and it's a weird call centre. Basically, it's for legal advice. So if you wanted to sue someone, if you wanted to take someone to court, if you needed to defend a claim of sexual harassment, you phone me. And my job is to mask my contempt for you. But as I work in a call centre, it's not easy to do that because I've got to do it in an Indian accent. So I'd like to point out it's only racist if you do the voice. When I did that Sea Devils bit at a gig previously, a Sea Devil was fucking furious. Really not happy. No, I work in this call centre. I just really want to leave, and I've thought about, you know, what I want to do. I want to get out and, you know, I want to get a better job. But the problem is, if I've got to go to a job interview, I've got to get better clothes. And the problem is, I haven't got any money, and, you know, I've really just got to shop in charity shops. And the problem with being this thin is really it's only charity shops for people with wasting diseases where I can buy clothes. But I was in a charity shop the other day and I found a jacket. It was vaguely Doctor Who related, this jacket, for the purposes of this joke. It's not contempt for the audience if you just cram Doctor Who references in, is it? It's free comedy. So I went into this charity shop. It was the British Heart Foundation, and I went in there and I found a jacket, and it was vaguely Doctor Who related. So I went outside and I put my hand in the pocket, and I found a £20 note. And I thought, a £20 note in a vaguely Doctor Who related jacket from the British Heart Foundation. I know what I've got to do with this. And I walked back down the street. I walked past the British Heart Foundation, across the road, and I went to the kebab shop. And I bought a large doner meat and chips, no salad, one of those big eclair things, and a can of Diet Coke. Because at the end of the day, it's what he would have wanted. Not many people would end on a joke of death, but he regenerated and he's fine now. Thank you very much.
That was the slowest ever getting up onto the stage with the MC. We're like, oh, is it finished? Oh, no, we're having a big conversation. Okay. So that was the wonderful Kevin Smith! I realised that we didn't necessarily... right, Richard.
I realised it was glitter coming from somewhere.
Jelly babies.
Oh!
They're glittery.
Oh, I did not know that. I'm just doing this, and then I did that, and then glitter came off. Like, where the hell did glitter come from?
It's magic.
I'm pulling off special effects. That's what I thought. Oh, this is amazing.
This is actually Richard regenerating.
Shit, I'm exactly the same.
You can tell everything about Stevie's like totally planned, isn't it? So yeah, I didn't really get you warmed up that much. So I just want to do something very quickly, because obviously this is totally for you and not for me. So this side of the room versus this side of the room. Right. This side of the room. All eyeballs on me. Stop them. Don't worry about them. Just look at me, right. This side of the room, I want you to go. You can't off my bucket list now. Yeah, this is eating those.
I like his style.
That's quite good. Don't mock it till you try it.
There are bowls of custard and fake fish fingers. The fake fish fingers are actually really good. And there are jelly babies. And because Peter Jameson, who is like the single hottest Doctor Who ever, there is anyway. If anyone wants to pin it to their jacket and come and see me, I'm looking for a new relationship.
David Tennant?
He turned up to my Doctor Who
like objectively
in a red dwarf t-shirt.
Objectively. He played Casanova.
We've just got a new relationship.
It sounded Casanova.
So it's all gone into Captain Jack.
And Barty Crouch Jr.
Sorry, there's a debate going on about the sexiest Doctor over there.
I've created all sorts of problems.
Yeah.
Someone's going, how can you David Tennant, obviously?
Yeah.
He's just obvious, and he doesn't like cricket. I mean, so yeah, let's talk to the rest of the audience who aren't having the debate about the sexiest Doctor. Richard, who we got next?
Oh, yeah. I thought you were actually going to do a bit there.
That's done now, is it?
We can cross off that bit we planned. Done.
That wasn't very professional what I was doing. It's fine. Ladies and gentlemen, this is really delicious. I'm sorry. I've lost all track of space and time.
Ew.
Okay, we've got a fantastic act for you now. Please go mental, go crazy, go absolutely bonkers for the fantastic Mr. John Pendle.
Hello, everyone.
Hello.
No, you can do better than that. Hello, everyone. Now, I know what you're thinking. Is he actually a Doctor Who fan, or is he just a boy band member trying to get on a BBC Three documentary? One Direction, boom, bitch slap. No, I think the best way to tell if somebody is a Doctor Who fan is to ask them when they think Daleks first got the ability to levitate. Because you know the people who only caught on to the programme in 2005 think it was in the episode Dalek, Christopher Eccleston.
No.
But those of us who remember the original series know in Sylvester McCoy season Remembrance of the Daleks, we actually saw one go up the stairs. But then I've met some people into cosplay and conventions who tell me that there's a 1965 reference in The Chase.
Yep.
Where, there's Daleks on 2 different levels of the Mary Celeste, a ship not known for its elevators. So I just to put your minds at rest, I am in the middle category of those three. Yes, I did make a cardboard K9 when I was 9, life size from blueprints in the Doctor Who manual, fitted it with a Lego motor and took it to school with me to show off in assembly, but I'm not a nutter. It was interesting to know where to pitch that. I thought if there's too many people into cosplay, that might die in its arse. So, oh god, I haven't slept for 3 nights. I've been so excited. I've just stayed up watching everything, and I'm hallucinating with tiredness. So, I am a fan, but not so much that I can't see the faults in the show. Like, I could tell you which is worse between Fear Her and Daleks in Manhattan. It is obviously the Rings of Akaten. If you haven't seen it, at the end the Doctor destroys an evil sun with a leaf. Last time I checked, leaves burned up, right? So he collapses the evil sun that then disappears, leaving an entire solar system with no heat or light source, and then fucks off. I want to see the sequel to that episode. It's a bit chilly on Akaten. That would be interesting to me. So I grew up in the 1970s. Yeah, don't look it. Wow. And it did feel like Doctor Who was my only friend. And I'm not, thank you, not too sure of cause and effect in that statement. But I did have one friend, actually, who was a Doctor Who fan, and you're right. Yeah. Okay. I had one friend who was a Doctor Who fan. His name was Robert. He was very straight-laced and incontinent. He was known as Sponge Pants Square Bob. But this is right, I can now nail my colours to the very red curtain. This is how much of a fan I am. Doctor Who is responsible for my sexuality. Yeah. Because growing up in the 1970s, Doctor Who travels around with some fantastic looking women, isn't sexually attracted to any of them, and every week gets attacked by men in full rubber outfits. Life for me. I don't want you to think I'm insinuating that Doctor Who himself is a pervert. I don't think he stays up at night pleasuring himself with a sonic screwdriver, because it doesn't work on wood. Oh, thank you, I love you. Right, my second earliest memory is 1974, the Tom Baker, Elizabeth Sladen season, the Pyramids of Mars.
Yes. Where, if you haven't seen it, there's an alien pretending to be an Egyptian god in the English countryside, builds a pyramid, and it's patrolled by pairs of robot mummies. And the mummies are very tall, broad-shouldered, deep-chested. And if there's a trespassing human in the enemy layer, the robots come up either side, get closer and closer, crush them to death. And I can remember thinking at 4 1/4, I want that to happen to me. Yes, because of the nature in those days, didn't have CGI, so the costumes always had to be bigger than the stunt performers. They were always like really imposing, really broad-shouldered. From the giant robot through to the ice warriors, I was getting way more out of Doctor Who than my parents ever realised. I would have paid to be the meat in a Yeti sandwich. And I've been into bears ever since. Have you heard about this one? Right, in the gay community, if somebody is big and furry, they're a bear. Yeah. Especially if they're a man. Made the ad campaign for Yogi Bear in 3D a bit interesting. I don't know if you saw the poster for Yogi Bear in 3D. It was a picture of Yogi stood behind Boo Boo. Boo Boo had big wide eyes, and the tagline, good things come in bears. That is a kid's film, right? Yeah, I've just given away, I do watch more than Doctor Who. Other programmes are available. I am interested. I actually fell in love with Babylon 5, seasons 2 to 4. Star Trek Voyager, seasons 3 to 7. And 3 out of the 4 Alien movies were quite good. And did you know, actually, in the second film, Aliens, when they're doing that famous scene, they're coming through the walls, man, they're coming through the walls, and that machine's going beep, 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 beep. That machine is actually called an HR Geiger counter. Come on, that was worth more. So this is my only gig this week because I cleared my diary just to sit at home and watch everything. Who saw Adventures in Space and Time last night? Who's seen it more than once? I've even watched all that shit on BBC 3 presented by young people with hips and hair. But I did think it was really good. They got McFly to talk about the silence. Because a couple of seconds after they'd been on, I couldn't tell who McFly were either. The silence are interesting. It's a religious order, Matt Smith's main adversary, religious order trying to kill him so that the ultimate question is never answered by Matt Smith. And it's the oldest question in the universe, and they're heavily implying the question is Doctor Who, which is weird, because if that's the question, and the answer is his name, River Song knows his name, and nothing's happened. So in other words, we've got a religious order stressing out, really obsessing about something that's not important at all, and in some parts of the world it's already happened, and nothing bad's happened at all. Oh, I don't think that's very realistic at all, do you? Little bit of satire. Right, I'm going to end on this, but you've been lovely, thank you, because I'm so sleep deprived it's not true. I'm really excited. This isn't nerves, it's just excitement that it's coming tomorrow. I'm going to end on this. Peter Capaldi, next Doctor, coming at Christmas. Great news. Good actor. There was a little bit of me was slightly disappointed they didn't cast somebody black. Are you with me on that 100% white room? Yes, that character, sorry, almost completely white audience. I have a spotlight in my face and I'm hallucinating. Because I think Doctor Who as a character is quite black, right? Because he travels around a fantastic vehicle with a beautiful woman on his arm, and wherever he goes in the universe, he's always being shot at by the police. I've tried that and Streatham, you are allowed to laugh. Thank you very much.
Mentioned bears there. People don't expect me to know about that when I do, being a 30-year-old Christian. They don't expect me to know these things, but I do know these things. And then there was a guy at work who told me that he got a new boyfriend. I was like, oh, that's great. And he went, his name's Rupert. Because I instantly went, oh, whoa, is he a bear? Apparently, that's not appropriate. He did not appreciate that at all. And that is, I wish that wasn't true. But that is entirely true. But come on, his name Rupert, it has to be a bear. Okay. This is all the custard. Those are genuine fish fingers. I have not done this.
No.
Tell a lie, I did it at the back before I came on.
I've promised Richard a special treat out of my Doctor Who bag if he can eat the entire bowl.
You never mentioned this bit.
Right, I'll let you. See, this is what we can now watch now. Man versus Food is off the telly. It's going to be Richard eating fish fingers and custard and not getting paid for it.
I'm going to be honest, right? If I didn't already hate Stephen Moffat before this point,
Moffat hates you.
just bloody go and, yeah, I bet he does. Just go and hang out with Lee Benedict and piss off.
Stephen Moffat is in fact at a gig tonight in front of a group of people going, I really hate Richard Wright, yeah. If I didn't hate him before tonight, apparently he's doing a comedy gig. I hate him even more now. How is it, Richard?
Do you know what? The initial hit custard is nice. When you get rid of the custard and it's just fish fingers, it's quite nice. The combination of the two, however, is one that I'm still eating for some reason.
And this is one of the reasons why I didn't get Doctor Who.
Whatever.
So why Richard eats fish fingers? I'll probably bring on the next act. The next act. Oh my god, I'm so in love with her. Our next act is the beautiful lady in our very boy-based lineup. Funny that we've got a geeky boy lineup tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for the beautiful, the gorgeous, the sexy
I'm actually Jessie J. Jessie J. Whoa! And I don't know if any of you are aware that I was actually meant to be the next Doctor Who. Because they wanted someone well British, and I'm really British because I went to the Brit school. Amy Winehouse is dead, so it's got to be me, innit? And I even lined up will.i.am to be my companion, so we could go around the universe and upset people that wanted to sing, like aliens, if they had really, nope, didn't get it. But I thought I would come out tonight because I got time on my hands now. Giving up my seat on The Voice, thinking that I was going to be in rehearsals for Doctor Who. I thought I would share with you my audition song that I've written specially for it. Yeah, this is happening. Have my music, please. Thank you. All right. Bit of volume, are we able to? Hey! Hopefully you can hear it. Just stay. Stomp, I will arrive. Doctor Who, Jessie J, ain't no John Pertwee. Flying through the sky. In my spaceship, gonna meet aliens tonight. K9, like destiny, I'm a survivor. If the TARDIS breaks down, got my sonic screwdriver. I can do it like a doctor, do it like a Who. Take the whole universe for aliens too. Watch it by the Daleks, watch me defeat the Who. Take the whole universe for aliens too. I can do it like Matt Smith. Hey, I can do it like Matt Smith. David Tennant, I can do it like Matt Smith. Hey, These films didn't do so well. Trout and Putty Baker, Davidson another baker. McCoy, McGann, Ed Coulston, only one run did he make up. K9, instantly I'm a survivor. If the TARDIS breaks down, got my sonic screwdriver. Do it like a who? Save the whole universe from aliens too. Do it like a doctor. Do it like the who? Save the whole universe from aliens too. I can do it like Matt Smith. Hey, I can do it like Matt Smith. David Tennant. I can do it like Matt Smith. Hey, I can do it like Matt Smith. David Tennant. Do it like the who? Do it, not like Roger Daltrey. Do it like the who? Do it like the who?
Oh my god! That was amazing! I actually think I just turned. Sorry, Chris. I don't think we do jobs in face.
Good job, Bob.
That was Red Doors, ladies and gentlemen!
Amazing.
Richard is still eating the fish fingers and custard. I will give anyone who helps him by eating a fish finger a present out of my Doctor Who bag. Who's feeling brave?
I'll take that bit, because I would eat that bit. This is gross enough as it is, we don't need to share.
Right. Okay, so you can have a Dalek, a Cyberman, a Weeping Angel, or a Silence. Thank you.
Good choice.
Everyone's like,
Just fall left.
no, it's not.
Brilliant.
Sarah. You don't get another Weeping Angel.
Yeah, this another go.
My hero, thank you very much.
You don't really want to there's 4 of these. Standing up, looking at each other going, Jerry, what do you want? A Dalek? Or a Dalek? Do you want a Dalek? Oh, you're taking the Dalek.
When people ask, how's the comedy going? What it's come to. But in all honesty, based on the reaction to this might go on my top 5. What? I don't
I
have
can't
jokes.
think of anything to say because I'm just watching Richard eat fish fingers and custard going, this is amazing, I'm so happy.
I suppose I should introduce an act.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, crazy.
Captain Birdseye, this is good. Right. Okay, we've got another fantastic act for you. We've got 2 more acts in this half. Please, give them a... Please! What was that for? Please give a massive Who welcome. It doesn't work, does it? Right. Please give a massive welcome to the amazing Tez Iliad.
Hi guys! Let's get this out of the way, guys. I look fucking fantastic, don't I? I mean, yeah. I didn't write any material. Hi, you look amazing! One of the comics tasked me to ask you if you're bigger on the inside. That's what.
Unfortunately,
That sounds really, really rude. Knock, knock!
Who's there?
Doctor! I deserve more, guys. Well, that would have been used already. Fuck it. I write some stuff. I am actually a fan of Doctor Who. I've been a fan of it, since 2005. Like most of us in this room. Let's not kid ourselves. It is a fantastic show. And I think I mainly liked it because Christopher Eccleston was his Doctor was Northern like me, and I thought, oh, you know what? One day maybe I could be the Doctor. I thought, why the hell not? Because I'm never gonna be like the first. Like I'm not gonna be the first Asian James Bond. Right? That's not gonna be me or any of us. Right? That's just not gonna be. That's not gonna be any of us. But I thought with the Doctor, right? I thought I could have been like, on the parallel, I could have been the first Asian Doctor, right? Until my friend pointed out, Tez, there's loads of Asian Doctors. What are you talking about?